Long before Europe had borders, before kingdoms rose and fell, before writing tried to trap memory in ink, there was a hill that was not a hill. It rose slowly from the land, smooth and deliberate, like the back of a sleeping giant. Grass covered its body, wind brushed over it, birds nested upon it. From a distance, it looked natural, ancient, harmless, eternal. But this mound was built by human hands. And not just any humans. This was Silbury Hill, the largest prehistoric man-made mound in Europe. And for thousands of years, it has kept its secret. A landscape older than meaning. To understand Silbury Hill, you must first forget everything you know about modern life. No cities, no clocks, no nations, no written language. Around 4,500 years ago, the land that would one day be called England was a patchwork of forests, rivers, chalk hills, and open grassland. The people who lived here did not think in years or centuries. They thought in seasons, ancestors, animals, and the sky. The land itself was alive. Every hill had a spirit. Every river had a voice. Every stone remembered something. And in the heart of this sacred landscape, near what we now call Avebury, something extraordinary began to happen. The decision to build the impossible. No one knows the exact moment the idea was born. There was no architect, no blueprint, no written plan, but somehow a community, or perhaps many communities, decided to build something that had never existed before. A mound taller than anything around it. A structure that would take millions of hours of labor. A project so vast it would outlive every person who touched it. This was not survival. This was belief. Men, women, and children carried baskets of chalk and earth from the surrounding land. They used antler picks, wooden tools, and bare hands. There were no beasts of burden, no wheels, no metal. Each load was small, but together they created a mountain. Generation after generation added to it. Children grew old working on the same mound their grandparents had begun. Some died before it was finished. Others never saw its final form. Yet they kept building. Why? Not a tomb, and not changed everything. For centuries, people assumed Silbury Hill must be a tomb. After all, across the ancient world, massive structures usually hid the dead. Pyramids, burial mounds, royal graves. So when archaeologists finally began to dig into Silbury Hill, they expected bones, treasure, a king. They found nothing. No skeleton, no coffin, no grave goods. Just layers upon layers of carefully placed chalk, soil, and stone. This discovery created a new mystery far greater than the old one. If it wasn't built to hold the dead, what was it built to hold? A monument to the living world. One theory suggests Silbury Hill was not about death, but about balance. The mound sits in a landscape filled with monuments. The stone circles of Avebury, long barrows of the ancestors, sacred pathways carved into the land. Maybe was the center point, a physical anchor connecting earth, sky, and human life. From its summit, the horizon changes. The sun and moon align differently. The land looks ordered, meaningful. To the people who built it, standing atop Silbury Hill may have felt like standing inside the world itself. Not above nature, not ruling it, but part of its design. The mountain as a memory machine. Another possibility is even more haunting. Silbury Hill may have been built to remember. In a world without writing, memory had to live in stories, rituals, and landscapes. A structure this large could serve as a permanent reminder, a place where history was not spoken, but felt. Each layer of earth could represent a season, each phase of construction a generation, each climb to the top a journey through time. Silbury Hill may have been a story you walked upon. The human cost. What we often forget is the people themselves. Imagine a young woman carrying earth in a woven basket. Her hands are raw, her back aches. She does not know the mound will still exist 4,500 years later. She only knows this work matters. A child follows his father up the slope. He will one day bring his children here. The mound becomes a constant in a world of uncertainty, a symbol that says, we were here, we mattered. Silbury Hill is not impressive because it is large. It is impressive because people chose to build it without knowing why future generations would care. Later myths and medieval fear. As centuries passed, the original meaning faded. New people arrived, new gods replaced old spirits, languages changed. By medieval times, Silbury Hill became a place of fear and legend. Some said it hid a giant king buried upright in armor. Others believed it was built by the devil in a single night. Some avoided it entirely, sensing it did not belong to their time. The mound became a riddle, one no longer spoken in its original language. Modern science versus ancient intention. Archaeologists today scan Silbury Hill with radar. They analyze soil samples, they measure alignments and construction phases. They can tell us how it was built, but they still cannot tell us why. Because purpose is not always physical. Sometimes meaning is emotional, spiritual, communal. Silbury Hill was not meant to be opened. It was meant to be experienced. What's really hidden there? So, what's really hidden in Europe's largest prehistoric mound? Not gold, not bodies, not treasure. What's hidden is something far more powerful. A reminder that prehistoric people were not simple, that they could think in centuries, that they could build for belief, not profit, that they could shape the land to reflect their understanding of the universe. Silbury Hill hides a truth modern life often forgets.